Hello, my fellow baking enthusiasts. Today, we embark on a delightful journey to create a truly scrumptious treat, the Oreo cheesecake. This classic dessert is a crowd pleaser, combining the rich creaminess of cheesecake with the irresistible crunch of Oreo cookies. But fear not, aspiring bakers, for this recipe is surprisingly easy to follow, even if you're short on time. We'll be whipping up a storm in the kitchen, using simple ingredients and clever techniques to achieve cheesecake perfection in a flash. Get ready to impress your friends and family with a dessert that looks as stunning as it tastes. So put on your aprons, preheat those ovens, and let's get baking. This recipe is perfect for birthdays, potlucks, or simply satisfying your sweet cravings any day of the week. Are you ready to unlock the secrets of this beloved dessert? Let's begin our baking adventure. Before we dive into the exciting part, let's gather our trusty ingredients. Don't worry, you won't need any fancy ingredients, just pantry staples and a few special treats to make this cheesecake extra special. For the crust, we'll need one package, 18.2 ounces, Oreo cookies. These will form the base of our cheesecake and add a delightful chocolatey crunch. 6 tablespoons, 3 ounces, unsalted butter, melted. This helps bind the cookie crumbs together and creates a firm crust. For the cheesecake filling, you'll need 3 8-ounce packages, cream cheese, softened. This is the heart of our cheesecake, providing that signature creamy texture. 1.5 cups granulated sugar. This adds sweetness and helps the cheesecake set properly. 1/4 cup all-purpose flour. A little bit of flour helps stabilize the cheesecake and prevents cracks. 4 large eggs. Eggs add richness, flavor, and help the cheesecake rise beautifully. 1 teaspoon pure vanilla extract. A splash of vanilla enhances the overall flavor of the cheesecake. 1/2 cup sour cream. Sour cream adds a subtle tanginess and creates a silkier texture. And lastly, for that extra touch of Oreo goodness, 10 Oreo cookies, coarsely chopped. These will be mixed into the cheesecake batter for bursts of Oreo flavor. Now that we have our ingredients prepped and ready, let's move on to the fun part, assembling our masterpiece. Let's begin by preheating your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, 175 degrees Celsius. Grease a 9-inch spring-form pan. This will prevent the cheesecake from sticking and make it easy to remove later. Now let's make the crust, creating the Oreo foundation. In a food processor, pulse the Oreo cookies until they become fine crumbs. You can also crush them by hand in a sealed bag using a rolling pin. Add the melted butter and pulse until well combined, pressing the crust. Press the Oreo mixture into an even layer on the bottom of the prepared pan. Use the bottom of a measuring cup or glass to pack it down firmly. The creamy filling. In a large bowl, beat the softened cream cheese and sugar together until smooth and creamy. Beat in the flour until just combined, adding the flavor enhancers. Beat in the eggs one at a time, then stir in the vanilla. Gently fold in the sour cream and chopped Oreo cookies until just combined. Be careful not to overmix. Ready for the oven. Pour the cheesecake batter over the prepared crust. Spread it evenly. Now our cheesecake is ready for its time in the oven. While our cheesecake bakes to perfection, let's talk about some time-saving tips for those days when you need a quick dessert fix. Prepped in advance. You can actually make the Oreo cookie crust a day ahead. Just wrap it tightly and store it in the refrigerator until you're ready to assemble the cheesecake. Softened cream cheese, shortcut. Forgot to soften your cream cheese in advance? No problem. Unwrap the cream cheese blocks and place them in a microwave-safe bowl. Microwave on low power for 10 to 15 seconds at a time, flipping them over between intervals until softened. Be careful not to overheat, as this can make the cream cheese lumpy. Food processor power. Using a food processor to crush the Oreos and combine the crust ingredients can save you a lot of time and effort compared to crushing by hand. Chill out. Once the cheesecake is baked, allow it to cool completely in the oven with the door slightly ajar. This gradual cooling helps prevent cracks. These handy tips will make your cheesecake adventure even smoother and faster.